Well, after very successful finals appearances in 2019 and 2020, arguably the surprise packets of the year in 2019, the Canberra Raiders, a very disappointing season, finishing the season in 10th with pretty bad for and against towards the end of the year. They lost a few of their English recruits and it was a tough season, but Ricky Stewart's been there a while now and there's a lot of question marks over Ricky going into the 2022 season and how this side will go. But let's get into the 2021 season review for a team that I have a lot of respect for, the Canberra Raiders. And let's have a look at their signings for 2022. Well, the Raiders started their season with an 18-point victory over the Tigers at home, 30 points to 12. It was 6-all at halftime, very grindy affair, but the Raiders come away with a win. In round 2, they were quite lucky to get the win over the Sharks. I think it was raining. It was at Kogarah, 12 points to 10, a penalty goal separating the sides. Before one of their lowest points in the Raiders for a long time, they led 25-6, as we know, against the Warriors. And the Warriors, their best win of the year, 31 points to 34. This was in Canberra as well, and the home record for Canberra in Canberra, who have been a very tough team for years in regards to playing at home, wasn't very good. They picked up the win at a double header on the 3rd of April. I went to this one against the Titans, 20 points to 4. I honestly think that the Titans were denied a lot of points to make it a closer game. I had the Raiders winning in Golden Point at that point in the season. The next game was a controversial one between the Panthers and the Raiders. We saw some players do some bad things. We saw the fans for the Panthers doing the Viking clap after the match and after the Raiders lost. So the Raiders, they're in a struggling point at this, and things get worse because Caleb Aikens is now their permanent fullback, as Chance Nickel-Klokstad has basically been ruled out by the season, but he did return later in the year. The Parramatta Eels have not beaten Canberra in 15 years. Well, the stat is over. I went to this one with my nan, 35 points to 10. The Raiders' record at home goes from bad to worse. The Canberra Raiders love to take a lead into the sheds and lose the game after leading at half-time. They did it against the Cowboys, 26 points to 24 in favour of the Cowboys. Against the Rabbits, they were beaten by a dominant side, by a dominant scoreline. Even though I don't think the scoreline completely reflects the game, I think the Raiders were a chance, but I think the Rabbitohs were way too good in this game for them. 34 points to 20 in round 8. Really, really disappointing loss against the Knights, 24 to 16. They had a really good lead at Wagga Wagga going into half-time at 16-0. So conceding 24 points alone in that second half is probably one of their lowlights of the season. They played against the Bulldogs in Magic Round and they almost let it slip, but they held on for a victory, back to winning ways for Canberra. I think at this point they were just inside the top 8, but very close to falling outside the 8. They ended up winning that game 20 points to 18 before a flogging at home. Once again, the home record, it's horrible for this season. And Melbourne Storm beat them 34 points to 10 after they scored the first try. Central Coast Stadium I attended. The Raiders started well. I think Josh Hodgson, from memory, may have scored the first try of the match, got an early lead of 10-0. But once again, the Roosters running over the top of the Raiders, 44 to 16 before a much-needed bye. They picked up a much-needed victory at this point of the season at home against the Broncos, 38 points to 16. But in round 16, one of the lowest points for the Raiders, conceding 44 points against the Gold Coast Titans side at home. Most points the Titans have scored in their club's history, tied once again with 44 points. And then the following week, a loss to the Manly Seagull, thrashing the Cronulla Sharks in round 18. This one was a home game, but it was played at Gold Coast, so didn't hope that home record too much, 34 to 18. Knocked off the Parramatta Eels in a fantastic performance in round 19. Really liked what I saw from the Raiders here defensively. Thought they played very well. Suffered a 10-point loss to the Newcastle Knights, where a late fight towards the end, but just not good enough. Ended up beating, once again, a home game at Gold Coast, 20 points to 12. over the Dragons and had a really close encounter with the Melbourne Storm, who were on this absolute win streak for the season, 26 points to 16. They get Nickel Clockstad back now. They go down to the Sea Eagles in a very tight game, 19 points to 18. I believe it was Cherry Evans who got it done for them. A 12-point win over the Warriors in Mackay, and unfortunately ending the season with a 40-16 loss against the Sydney Roosters in round 25. Well, 3 tries, 3 games and 1 try. Damn, this kid can play. He made his debut this year. Xavier Savage, he was very, very fast, came onto the scene. 300 run meters, 4 missed tackle, 9 tackles made, 10 tackle breaks. Really, really looking forward to seeing more of this young player. Great signing by the Raiders. Bailey Simonson spent a bit of time out of the side. I'm going to guess that he played 11 games. Let's have a look. No, 17. There you go for the season. 6 tries. He had 3 try assists, missed 21 tackles and made 70. Ran for close to 2,200 run meters. Another great season from Bailey Simonson. But Jordan Rapana, absolutely outstanding, filling in not only on the wing but at fullback for the Raiders. I think he might have even played 5'8" or halfback at one point. Sam Williams wasn't the right decision for mine. I probably would have put Matt Frawley as the half whilst we had George Williams depart the club throughout the year. He had 22 appearances for the Raiders with 12 tries and 9 goals. 138 tackle breaks. Fantastic season for Jordan Rapana with 3,600 run meters. And you know what? I got to mention some more. Tom Starling, absolutely underused by Ricky Stewart. Hopefully he stays with this club for a while, but if he keeps doing what he's doing and getting less game time, I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves. He scored 2 tries in the 2021 season, 3 try assists, 7 offloads with a 92.4% tackle efficiency. He's a quick little bastard, Starling, and I can't wait to see more of him. Joe Tarpany filled in a few different positions this year. Josh Papalihi was definitely underused for the side, but he's an absolute workhorse, and you see his numbers once again: 980 post-contact meters, 547 tackles made, 2,000 run meters and 4 tries. Quite a try-scoring season for Josh Papalihi, but their forward pack, a few losses. And Corey Harawira-Naera, really nice buy for the Raiders. I was looking forward to Ryan James at the Raiders, but didn't really offer too much for the side. 4 tries for Corey Harawira-Naera, 487 tackles made, and running an average 90 metres per game. So the replacement halfback for George Williams, who departed the club mid-year to earlier in the year, will be Jamal Fogarty from the Gold Coast Titans, which means that maybe Jaden Campbell or Toby Sexton will be the main half of the Titans. We'll wait and see. I'll get more into that in my Titans review. They signed Peter Holler for till 2024 from the Cowboys. They released Caleb Akins after a 1-year stint. Curtis Scott has been released. Isaiah Soliola has retired, and Ryan James is heading to the Broncos. Havili has signed with the Rabbitohs. Sam Williams and Albert Hopewade will be off contract. They've managed to re-sign Frawley, which is a nice re-sign backup, especially on this 1-year deal. Xavier Savage, great pickup. Sebastian Chris, I think he had an underrated season. I think he's a phenomenal player, and they've wrapped up Elliot Whitehead for 2024 as well. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought of the Canberra Raiders season. I think that they were definitely, if not one of the most disappointing teams for 2021. We all had them around that top 6, top 8, and they just missed it. So we'll see how they go next year, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys later.